YouTube, my name is Chowder and welcome to a reaction video for the brand new Nicolas Cage Survivor. Since Nicolas Cage was announced in the year 7 broadcast, everyone has been dying to know what perks he's got. Well, they released the patch notes today and I got the scoop for you, okay? Don't worry, Chowder's got you. Essentially, we're gonna go over the perks, all the updates coming with this PTB that will later be in launch, and kind of give you guys an extensive breakdown of exactly what to expect. So without too much jibber jabber, let's dive on in. 7.1 PTB features bots. Disconnected survivors will be replaced with bots. We knew that. UI, new character portraits. Okay. For survivors and killers. New survivor, Nicolas Cage. Perks, here we go. Dramaturgy activates while you are healthy. While running, press the active ability button 2 to run with knees high for 0.5 seconds. Knees high. Is that a new animation they're gonna put in, I wonder? And then gain 25% haste for 2 seconds, followed by an unknown effect, one of the following. Exposed for 12 seconds? I have a perk that's good. I can expose myself, gain 25% haste for 2 seconds. So would that be 50% haste for 2 seconds? Followed by, okay, so it'd be, you get 25% haste for 2 seconds and then get it again for 2 seconds. So 4 seconds at 25% speed. Scream, but nothing happens. So show the killer where you are. Gain a random rare item in hand with random add-ons and drop any held item. What? A rare, what? What is the cooldown? Causes exhaustion for 60 seconds. 40 seconds. Same effect can't happen twice in a row. Bro, so if your toolbox is out and you just get a random rare toolbox, the fuck? That's crazy. All right, I feel like there's a big drawback to that. Scene partner activates when you're in the killer's terror radius. Whenever you look at the killer, scream, then see the killer's aura for 5 seconds. It's like old object, but only in the terror radius. There's a chance you'll scream again. If you do, you will see the killer's aura for an additional 2 seconds. So 7 total. A lot of screaming going on with these. Interesting. Plot twist activates when you are injured. Press active ability button 2 while crouched and motionless to silently enter the dying state. Ooh. When using plot twist to enter the dying state, you leave no blood pools, make no noise. You can fully recover from the dying state. So you go completely silent. When you recover by yourself using plot twist, you're fully healed instantly and you gain 50% haste for 4 seconds. This perk deactivates if you recover by yourself by any means. This perk reactivates when the exit gates are powered. Oh my god, that's gonna be so broken. Like I could down myself, crawl to a pallet, and when the killer finds me, he's fucked. It gives you a full heal and the exit. That's gonna be a problem. They're gonna have to change that. I mean, killer perks just come to mind. Deer Stalker, that lets you see the aura of anyone on the ground. Killers are gonna start running that. If people start using plot twists like that, anytime they use this perk, they'll get seen unless they have distortion. God damn, this is gonna be crazy. Holy shit. So those are his 3 perks. All right, well, just from basic perks, I mean, these are gonna synergize with so many different things. It's gonna be weird. Update killer, the Onryo projection. Projecting to a TV now applies a 3/4 of a stack and not carrying. So before you would get a full stack to any nearby survivors at the TV. Now everyone gets 3/4 of a stack if you're not carrying a tape. Time a TV is disabled after the Onryo projects to it has been reduced to 70 seconds. So a little bit of a cooldown boost. Time a TV is disabled after a survivor's removed a tape is increased to 90 seconds over 60. So it takes 30 seconds longer for them to turn on. That's a little bit of a nerf, unnecessary. Projection now is a 15-second cooldown. Yeah, see, people would spam. Man, I don't know about that. It's like they give you one thing and then boom, boom. Cursed tape, getting hit with a basic attack while carrying a tape applies 1 stack. When a survivor carrying a tape is hooked, all survivors gain a stack and the tape's destroyed. So they no longer get the debuff from the tape if they get hooked with it. Holding a cursed tape no longer passively builds so you can just hang on to a tape, and unless you get hit or hooked with it, it doesn't give you stacks. What the fuck what is going on, man? Excuse my language. Cursed tapes cannot be placed in any TV other than the one they were retrieved from. So before, when you would pull a tape out, it would show you across the map whatever TV you had to go to. Now you can go to any TV. Again, sounds like a nerf. The Onryo can no longer be stunned while demanifested. That's why she's flickering and invisible. No longer stunned. It doesn't say she can't be hit by a pallet. So I wonder if the pallet goes through her, or if the pallet just drops, you don't get stunned, but it's still in between you and the survivor. I'm not sure. That'd change if that's a buff or a nerf or not. Chases are prevented while demanifested, making it more difficult to keep track. Okay. I've been in that position where I just hear chase music start when the Onryo is right next to me. Demanifesting now removes bloodlust. Interesting. Okay. Hook grabs, I've seen this. Hook grabs are gone. So, you know, we play a game of chicken where I don't want to get grabbed on hook, but the killer's waiting to time it so he can grab me. Gone. Just going to be hits now. I think that's a nerf for the killer side. A lot of killer games that are super close can't be won unless you go for a hook grab. Now, meaning that if there's no hook grabs, if there's 2 healthy survivors going for an unhook, they're pretty much safe. They're pretty much going to get out. Worst case scenario, trade. Brand new parts been nerfed into the ground. Instead of giving you an extra 22% progress almost instantly on the gen, what it's going to do is you put the brand new part in the gen and it's going to reduce the gen's charges to finish by 10 seconds. So a gen by itself, one person, is a 90-second deal. If you put a brand new part on here, it's not going to add any progress to it, but it'll make it so you only need 80 seconds essentially to finish the gen. So if you get off the gen, they kick it, you come back to it, instead of 90 seconds, it'll still be 80 seconds. So it's kind of a nerf, kind of not, because before, if you used a brand new part, gave you 22% progress, killer kicked it, progress was gone, part was for nothing. Killer perks, coup de grace. This is a perk that anytime a generator is completed, your lunge basically gets doubled when you go to attack. Oh, I'm sorry. Increased by 80%, over double. You get 2 tokens of that when a gen's completed instead of 1. Makes it more useful. Claustrophobia, used to block window vaults within an area of a generator being finished. The update to this is now going to make it map wide. So every window will be blocked in the whole map every time a gen's finished. Could be good. It's going to be very niche. I think killers like Huntress and Trickster won't really benefit from it because they get hits at windows a lot, but a lot of other mouse 1 killers I think will definitely use claustrophobia more. Hangman's trick, Scourge hook. Hangman's trick, gain a notification when someone starts sabotaging a hook while carrying a survivor. See the aura of any survivor within 8, 9, 10 meters of a Scourge hook. So I saw this and I'm wondering, do you see the auras of survivors next to every Scourge hook? Because if you have multiple Scourges, does it okay, yeah, so I would say this would be okay. Still, I don't think a lot of people are going to use it. Territorial Imperative lets you see auras of people in the basement. No real change there. Remember Me. So this was a perk that essentially made it longer to open the gates every time you hit the obsession. That has been boosted to 24 seconds. So with Remember Me, it'll take an additional 24 seconds longer to open the gates. This isn't super crazy. However, if you combine this with No Way Out, which blocks the lever opening to start, and then when they get to the lever, it takes that much longer, could be good for an end game build. Again, very niche, very specific on that one. Hex crowd control. The entity blocks a window for 60 seconds after a survivor performs a rush vault through it. The hex, okay. So before, I think it would be shorter duration. So I think hex crowd control just got its duration buffed. Trail of Torment. So this is a perk that I like to use. You kick a gen, you go silent until you hit somebody. Now, kick a gen, you go silent until that gen has been started working on again. So it's going to give you a little bit longer use case, a little bit more value. Survivor perks. Prove thyself. For every other survivor working on a generator within a 4-meter range, 10% repair speed. This was a lot higher before. They just reduced the repair speed on that one. We're gonna live forever. Just a description. Blast mine. So blast mine and wiretaps are blast mine. You put it on a gen, killer kicks it, gets blinded. Wiretap, put it on gen, you can see the aura of the killer around it. These essentially just had their cooldowns reduced and the length of how long that trap will last on the gen extended. Saboteur lets you see hooks, auras when someone's picked up. Oh no, it's just from a radius, not even when someone's picked up. Unlocks the ability to sabotage without a toolbox. This has been reduced. Used to take 2.5 seconds, now it's 2.3. Nothing crazy. Clairvoyance is a perk that lets you see pretty much all auras when you cleanse a totem. This has now been buffed so that if you bless a totem, same effect applies. Breakout is a perk that increases your wiggle speed when a survivor that has the perk is running next to you while you're being carried. They reduced the range for this to work, so instead of 6 meters away, you got to be 5 meters away, but your speed of wiggle has increased with that. Buckle Up. This is a perk from Ash that's been reworked pretty heavily. Buckle Up. While healing a survivor in the dying state, you both can see the killer's aura. When completing healing a survivor from the dying state to injured, both of you gain endurance, meaning you can take a hit and not go down. Smash Hit's an endurance perk that not a lot of people used because it's really hard to get a pallet stun consistently. What they've done for this is you get that 150% normal running speed for 4 seconds after stunning a killer with a 20-second cooldown as opposed to 40 before. And then spine chill, just an update for the people who are using the heartbeat terror radius. All right, killer tweaks executioner. When he cages you, puts you in a cage in the distance, if you got within 5 meters of it, it would disappear. Now it's 10 meters, so you can't camp cages as easily. They did a pass on the spirits add-ons, reducing the movement speed on some of them, fixing the recharge rates, things of that nature. And then Hag got a few add-ons. I think this one, Waterlogged Shoe, might be okay. Movement speed boost is 7.5% speed, but you can't teleport to your traps anymore, so I'm not really sure. Those are okay. Teleport cooldown, I guess, is all right. And then they are reworking Fractured Cowshed and Rancid Abattoir maps. Those are maps that typically have very complex loops. A lot of big areas, big house, big farm. Those are getting reworked to be a little bit more effective and a little bit more fair for both sides. Rest of that's bug fixes, things of that nature. And this is our first look at Mr. Nicolas Cage in-game model. I will say, he looks pretty stout. He's a pretty big guy, nice beard. I like him. I like him a lot. We got his 3 perks here. We've gone into those, and this is a huge step for the game, man. I'm anticipating a lot more ambitious collaborations coming up after this has gone through, and I think it's gonna be successful. People are pretty hyped. Nicolas Cage is a great actor. His perks flip the game on its head, and I'm super excited. If you are watching this video on the day of release at 12:30 Mountain Standard Time, I'm actually going to be jumping into the PTB, try these things out, see what we can do with the new killers, survivors, and the new perks. All that's happening over at my Twitch and Kick. Link right in front of you. Blue Jay, you're so good at that. Twitch.tv/FlyingChowder. That's gonna do it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell as well if you want to catch up with any more updates that we're gonna be doing videos on, as well as a bunch of horror and DVD content. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace!